Gospel Central Online Radio presents Wake Up Lost Tribe Study Hall, affirming that Christ never takes revelation out, with your hosts, Elder Caleb and Prophetess Yashika, teaching the good news to all who are awake and pressing to live a kingdom lifestyle, worshiping the Most High God, Ahaya, Asha, Ahaya. We understand that the highest form of worship is studying. Prepare your heart, Bible, and spirit to be blessed from on high this Sabbath as we now enter praise and worship, immediately followed by this Sabbath study hall teaching.
All praise due to the Most High God, Ahaya and Ahaya, Bahashim Yeshaya, Ruhu Ra. I am Elder Caleb, and I have with me Prophet Yashika. This is Wake Up Lost Tribe Study Hall with Gospel Central Ministries. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Shalom, Prophetess.
Shalom, Elder. How are you today?
I am blessed and highly favored. We want to thank the Most High, brothers and sisters, for another Sabbath today. All right. What the prophetess played in this intro was the blowing of a trumpet. It's called a shofar according to our heritage. Right, prophetess?
That's correct.
Now we blow a trumpet to signify battle and other things that we're going to talk about today. And the title of today's lesson, prophetess,
the meaning of the Feast of the Trumpets.
The meaning of the Feast of the Trumpets is a holy day that our Father gave us that we keep as Israelites. All right, a part of our heritage. All right, so let's go into today's prayer and with the Shema. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
On earth.
On earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us of our debts.
And forgive us of our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not.
Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
The power.
And
the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
And ever.
And ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Shema Yasharala Ahaya.
Shema Yasharala Ahaya.
Alahaya Nawa.
Alahaya Nawa.
Ahaya Akkad.
Ahaya Akkad.
Shema Yasharala Ahaya.
Shema Yasharala Ahaya.
Alahaya Nawa.
Alahaya Nawa.
Ahaya Akkad.
Ahaya Akkad.
Shema Yasharala Ahaya.
Shema Yasharala Ahaya.
Alahaya Nawa.
Alahaya Nawa.
Ahaya Akkad.
Ahaya Akkad.
Hear, O Israel.
Hear, O Israel.
The Lord our God.
The Lord our God.
The Lord is one.
The Lord is one.
All right. Shalom. Shalom, prophetess.
Shalom.
All right. Brothers and sisters, we are preparing ourselves for this holy month. This is the month of September, right, prophetess?
Correct. September.
You know, we have a calendar laid out before us, and we know that this is one of the most holiest months according to the Israelites' life or you know, our heritage. This is a holy month here. According to the calendar, so-called September the 9th is the fall day or the new month day. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it brings us into fall. Okay. Now, also on that day, we go into the feast called the blowing of the trumpets. The trumpets, right, prophets?
Correct. Correct.
And brothers, we heard that in the intro, a trumpet blowing. Okay. And this is what the Most High people did. We did it with Moses. We did it with Joshua. We even did it with the Maccabees.
Mm-hmm.
The blowing of the trumpets. How significant is this? Right? Remember, Christ is going to have a kingdom established here on the earth. It's going to be a righteous kingdom. Okay? In the kingdom, you have guards, you have magicians, you have trumpets, you have all kinds of things. Yeah, you got all kinds of things in the kingdom. But the trumpets is an identifier of what's to come. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go into a quick meeting here. I wrote this properly. And if you want to bring up the definition of the Feast of the Trumpets, you can. But I got a meaning. Go ahead, Prophet. What'd you say?
Oh, no. Waiting on you.
Okay. It's a meaning to signify an event. Blowing of the trumpets signifies an event. Okay. It is also an identifier letting us know, Israel know, that, hey, you know what? The trumpets are blowing. It's time to pack up our camp and move on. That's what time it is, brothers and sisters. We are in Babylon, United States of America. And the Most High is blowing that trumpet, and it's time for us to pick up camp and move on. His people. Okay? That's what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
It's like a beginning of a deliverance.
Yes.
When we're setting out to show a turning point
Mm-hmm.
in your life, or in our community's life.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as we were studying what was in Numbers, is the blowing of the trumpet signifies battle in your own land.
In your own land,
against
right?
the enemy. So this season is a highly spiritual season. It blowing of the trumpets initiates it. You should be girded up and preparing for the blowing of the trumpets. If there's something you're struggling with in your own personal life, you should be girding yourself up, preparing to fast, and because we know the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
Mm-hmm.
but they're mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, and we battle by our prayers.
Mm-hmm.
And we know who we're coming against. We don't wrestle against flesh and blood. So all these things are significant during this season.
Very significant. Brothers and sisters, and that's why the gospel itself teaches it's a heritage. It's not a religion, but a heritage. The Most High people are going through this thing day by day, month by month, year by year. And he helps us from Sabbath to Sabbath to get through it. Mm-hmm. Every holy day shows us where we are as a people and what we need to be doing, right? Mm-hmm. Let's go into our first scripture today. Let's go into the book of Chronicles, 2 Chronicles. Chapter 7. Let me see here. Make sure I'm right here, prophetess. 2 Chronicles here, chapter 7. And prophetess, read, see where you going to start right here. In chapter 7, and prophet, I want you to read verse 13. Start at verse 13. This is 2 Chronicles in your Old Testament, chapter 7, verse 13.
If I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people.
That's the Most High talking. Come on.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Come on. And you know what? We read this without understanding a lot of times in the so-called church. Mm-hmm. His people, which are called by his name, Israel. Israel is the Most High's people. Mm-hmm. We have to do what is right according to what he says is right. Mm-hmm. Anything outside of what the Most High is telling us to do is wicked. He says wicked, right? So if you're not keeping the Feast of Trumpets or any holy day that the Most High established, you're doing wicked.
Absolutely. And you know, people like to go when we hear constantly, well, I'm under grace, and right, that's absolutely correct. But when you review the scriptures in its totality, you'll recognize that because we are the people and we're waking up, we recognize that this is our heritage and this is our book. So when we look at this book and our instructions and what we're supposed to do, now we're in our rightful places. It speaks about the Gentile and their role. And their role is to, if in fact, like Ruth, you know, the story of Ruth and Naomi, if you are willing to adhere to our laws, worshiping our Holy Father, Ahia, and adhere to his commands and his statutes, then you can walk with us. But for you to say that you claim his promises of Abraham, we hear that a lot, but yet you are not keeping his will, can't be.
Right.
Can't be.
How can two or more walk together unless they agree?
Unless they agree.
Right?
Absolutely.
And Christ said he came but to save the house of Israel only, right? Israel matters. It always have mattered. From beginning to the end of the book.
And you know what? It's something that you say that too, because that's a powerful point, Elder. What did he come for?
Right.
Christ came to seek those that were lost, for the house of Israel to be restored back.
Right.
Where he came, the southern kingdom was there, but he was seeking the lost.
The lost.
And he specifically stated it when the Syrophoenician lady came looking for a blessing. He reiterated it yet again.
Yes.
He came only for the main people. The rest of that, ministering it to the others, that he left for the disciples to do.
Right.
He was about his business, and so therefore it lets you know that obviously they're important.
Yeah. It got to be
first fruit.
So you can pity pat it all, over it all you want to.
True.
You can say it don't matter, or these people died off, or where are they today? Look, you can say that all you want to.
Right.
Christ was on a specific mission, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. And we have to seek understanding in those scriptures and not just give it a gloss over from our perspective because we act like we've evolved. You will never.
It's 2017.
Right. You will never go beyond his word because his entire universe was created on his word, and it will end at his word. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the Aleph and the Tav.
Con, prophetess, con. You know what? Let's get ready. Look, the meaning of the Feast of the Trumpets. We touched on some of the key points here, but let's go into some thick of it. Let's go. Let's go where it started. Go to Leviticus chapter 23.
And before we leave there, when as you guys, as the audience continues to do their studying, we're praying that you also go over the scriptures that we precepts that we bring out. You'll see in 2 Chronicles, Solomon had just done praying. He had been praying. Right. So this was a reference to prayer. This entire chapter, actually, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, is referring to prayer. Right. And it's not by happenstance that we're talking about prayer when we're beginning to dialogue about the Feast of Trumpets.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Where would you like me to go?
You know what? Matter of fact, you right there, right, prophetess? You right there. You know what? The trumpet is always blown to identify a key point in history, with Israelite history, right? But it affects the whole world, right? Right there in 2 Chronicles, where you at, prophetess, you in chapter 7? You right there?
Yeah.
Read verse 5.
And King Solomon offered a sacrifice of 22,000 oxen and 120,000 sheep. So the king and all the people dedicated the house of the Most High God. Now
this trumpet's being blown. It's time for you to offer your sacrifice of praise to the Most High, brothers and sisters. It's time to do it. Okay? Keep reading, prophet.
And the priests waited on their offices. The Levites also with instruments of music.
Instruments of what?
Instruments of music.
The Levites had instruments of music. Come on.
Of the Most High God, which David the king had made to praise the Most High power.
Why?
Because his mercy endureth forever. When David praised by their ministry, and the priests sounded trumpets.
And the priests what?
And the priests sounded trumpets before them, and all Israel stood.
Now that is for the house of Israel. This is going on for the house of Israel.
But it's going on in the house of Israel for the Most High God, in which they worship rightly.
Right. A people that's